Go to TAPgiles.com to learn dreams, engage my services, and support the channel. Yeah, some camera pointers would be cool for going down and going up. I'll write that down. Let's also, just so we can see properly, turn off shadows so that inside here it's nicely lit still. When you have like a spiral staircase with a character, unless the player moves the camera constantly with their right thumbstick, then it looks really weird and you can't really see the stairs and where you're going and stuff. So the player has to like constantly move the camera so that they can still see their way around the staircase. Whoa. So let's see if we can get the camera to behave by itself. Yeah, so we're basically going to be using camera pointers, and this will be pointing up like that, and then when we're up here we're pointing up like that. So as we go round the bend, okay, so it's too steep obviously. Let's try that. Now why is it rotating around like that? Oh, because we need them to be close together. So if you look at that activation output thing, that's the first one, that's the second one. And as you move between them, so you can see the first one is becoming stronger, and then when we go away from it, it becomes weaker, and the other one becomes stronger, and it rotates, the camera shifts to this angle instead. But that kind of works in a linear line from there to there, so it's actually rotating the wrong way. So if we go over here and just move it around, so it's more like that. Have another one around here. Then it's rotating around properly. And then it freaks out again, because we're getting closer to that one probably when we're here. So that's why you need more of them. As you go around the stairs, and it just uses the actual puppet's position. Yeah, so it's based on the possessed object's position, and if you have like multiplayer, so there's different players possessing different objects, puppets and stuff, it uses like the average position of them and sort of averages out between the camera pointers. So, well, let's just rewind. Okay. So I'm not doing anything with the right stick now, but we're going all the way up to the top. Cool. So that's that for going up, but then if you start at the top and come down, now you're facing the wrong way, and you want to be facing, you want the cameras to be pointing down the stairs. So let's select all those. Yeah, that's all of them. Cool, so that's for going up, and then we can do something like use a keyframe to flip them round, or maybe turn that group of pointers off and have another group of pointers, but I think I'll just turn them around. Right, so when I click on it, I use L1 and triangle, and that uses that grid, which means the current angle of it and stuff, that's what it uses for the grid, and then I can just rotate it on that grid to keep the same angle, just pointing in the other way. And we'll probably want them facing down as well, but I'll just do this for now, and then we can see how we want to adjust things. Cool. So when do we want them to be pointing down? Probably when we are moving down. So when we are literally moving towards the ground, sort of thing. So what we can do is put a movement sensor in here, movement sensor, and that has one for Y velocity. And if I just let this guy drop, it's a negative number when we're going towards the ground. So what we could do is have one of these, and if we start moving towards the ground, we'll go into B mode, so that we're it just sets it to B mode, and then it's on B mode from then on, and that will power this keyframe, which points the camera pointers down. And then if we start to go, oh yeah, so actually we need to split this with a splitter. So as it's negative, we go down, and when it's positive, we'll go up, and it will go into A mode, and then won't be in B mode, and won't be pointing them down, so the pointers will be pointing up again. So first I'll just check if that works when we're down going up. Oh, right, so now we're going up, so that's good. But it seems when we because if you jump and stuff, then it will start turning around again. So maybe we'll say only pay attention to this if we're not on the ground. So if we get a puppet interface, which puppets already have, there is a on ground. So if we're on ground, then we'll see what the movement is and change that. So now we're moving up on the ground, because these can go like slightly up and slightly down, like they aren't straight, unfortunately. So if you like move from that end to that end, then you'll be going down, and then it will say, oh, you're going down, so let's change the cameras. So what I'm going to say is, if this is less than -1, then change it to that. Oh, it changed. Oh, because it's like the previous frame when you actually land. So as another failsafe, I can always use a timer on speed mode. So it has to be doing this for more than 0.2 seconds. And it will only be playing through that timer if you are going down, and it will also reset. So let's just see what this does first, and then if we go up the stairs and then start coming down the stairs, yeah, it's not high enough on this, I think. Let's get a it could be useful to have a signal manipulator. in customary mapper mode, and then you can see it on the graph what is happening. Right. And go down, and we can click on learn input range. So it's going down to, as we go down the stairs, it's going down to, yeah, less than -1, so that should be okay. Let's just remove that. Now it's less than -1. And if it's more than 0.2, going to go up. Oh. Okay, now this is getting annoying because the camera's getting caught on the outside of it. So if we tweak all those sculptures to be, where is it? Camera blocking mode, always block the camera. Then if the camera's on the outside of it, it'll pop onto the inside of it. So as we run up, cameras are pointing up. We start running down, then they start pointing down, up again. Okay, and down again. There we go, yeah. So that's pretty good because we don't have to control the camera with the right stick to know where we're going. But now when we get outside, then we're still stuck on wherever camera pointer it wants to go with. So what we can do is say only if we are in this zone. So when we're in the staircase itself, and probably not when we're here, and we don't want to be, when we're in the entrance area, we don't want to care about it either. So let's have another one for when we're here. Let's do view zones. Yeah, and then I can copy it around like that. And inside this group have a node, which is an output node that goes to all these. And I'm holding L1 while placing these wires, and it makes a new wire from the same place. Boop. And now we have one port, and we can say, yeah, this group, wire that into the power of that group. So the pointers don't work at all unless the player is in this area. So now I can run around as normal, move the camera around, and then when we go in here, I can't control the camera. It's controlled for me with the camera pointers. And then when I get to the top, I'm like back to normal. I can control the camera again. And then when I go back into here, they're moving down and the camera pointers are working and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's how you can do an inside a spiral staircase kind of camera. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something interesting. Go to patreon.com/TAPgiles to learn something new every day.